Roll up.
Anyway, we're back segment 2.
Why so giggly, RJ?
Why are we so giggly, sir?
Why so giggly, man?
Find this moment of the evening particularly
God
humorous?
damn, man! Why so giggly?
Why am I giggly? Because when we were off air, we were talking about things that matter, or well, what should matter and what should matter. We didn't elaborate on that, but I was thinking about the things that I care about that really don't matter at the end of the day. It's comical. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, but it matters to me, even though it shouldn't really fucking matter in the great scheme of things, but it does. And I've got enough of them, and I find that amusing.
I need to trim down some of my give-a-fucks.
Well, I'm 50 now, so I can say that I have, and you will do this, by the way, just.
Are you fairly trimmed and groomed?
I have trimmed a lot of it off. I have.
You still have some unreasonable.
I do. I don't think it's
right?
a process. You don't have to get rid of them all by the time you're 50.
Yeah.
But believe me, compared to what I used to care about, yeah, that's a different dude. That's a different everything, a different time, different whatever.
Yeah.
So
it changes as you
changes,
grow.
And yeah, I think part of that's when you become a father and you realize, what's really important. Because as a parent, that opens your eyes to shit. What really matters, and if it doesn't, you're a bad parent.
So I agree with that, but I also think you still even as a parent, when you get to see what life is really about, you still give a fuck about shit you have no business giving a fuck about.
It's a gradual thing.
Yeah.
I just think for me, parenthood is where it kind of started for me.
That's probably true.
I'm just saying, that's all. I'm not saying I'm not complete.
I think my first give a fuck really started.
By the way, here's what I give a fuck.
Casey.
The segment 2 intro, which he fucking did it again. The redoubtable one time. It's the highly questionable one. Archie Miliaccio, segment 2.
That's my calling card.
That's his calling card. Say it right now. And he's good at it. He's
I'm an attention whore.
If this ever becomes...
I am an attention whore, okay? If you're leading off the show and my bitch ass needs the attention and has to fuck up the intro. I think that's what it is. I think on a subconscious level, that's what I'm doing.
Really? I mean, I don't care.
You'd put it past me?
I think it's hysterical. I just because it never fails. Because it's effortless. Like he's not thinking it just naturally. It's a natural talent. It just comes out. So anyway, segment 2, NBA Finals. Right now, it is a Donnie in the Brook. 3 minutes to go in the third. Miami clinging to a 64-60 lead. They went up by a double digits. Denver has fought back, and now it is down to 4. But Miami has the ball here. But this is setting up for the thrilling finish that he wanted, I think. It could. This could go right down to the wire. And look, kudos to Miami for not rolling over. They're not rolling over, which, are we surprised? No.
It's impressive that with the talent disparity, not to disrespect anybody on Miami, they got a bunch of players.
8 undrafted free agents.
I mean, they got a bunch of fucking just guys that work their ass off.
After Jimmy and Bam, it's a...
And those guys play hard as shit.
These guys all play hard. They do.
For them to be putting up a fight in an elimination game in Denver
when they just got spanked at home twice.
That's a good show.
I mean, at this point, the writing's on the wall, right? At 3-1, you kind of know who the better team is.
Yeah.
35-1, Joel. Teams up 3-1 in the finals. 35-1. The one LeBron in 2016 when Draymond got suspended in Game 5, which might have been when they went splat, and they won that one game and started off a comeback. But they're the only team to ever do it.
They won 2 in Golden State.
And they had LeBron James. There's no LeBron James
That's true.
On the Miami Heat. As much as I respect Jimmy Butler, he ain't no LeBron James.
LeBron was a big time in that series.
LeBron is a top 10 all-time great player in the history of the game. This guy's not that. This guy's not top 30 all time. So,
but he's playing out of his mind in the playoffs.
He's had a hell of a playoff. He's probably going to get himself in the Hall of Fame. He keeps playing like that. But if you go top 30, he's not there.
Yeah.
He's not there. He's not in the top 50. He's not there. So, I mean...
That's a good point.
So LeBron is one of one. I mean,
that's not really a diss to Jimmy
The only
Butler.
guys
He's
on LeBron's level are Steph Curry and Kevin Durant as far as this last 10 years. It's those two. Now, Jokic has won back-to-back MVPs. If he wins this championship, maybe you throw him in there. But, I mean, other than that...
Or if he gets another one.
Well, he's won 2 MVPs.
Right, but, I mean, if he gets another championship, then that really elevates him.
This damn thing fucking up all.
Although he's got to win this one first.
He's got to win this one first. Let's go. Anyway, we're having technical difficulties.
Too bad.
Anyway, but right now, to his point, the Heat are manning up. And whether or not they win this thing, they're going to go down swinging. And I respect that. You don't have to like somebody to respect their game. In this case, their resolve.
They're a tough ass.
They're a tough team. Say what you want, they're a tough team. They may lose this in 5, but Denver's going to earn this win tonight if they get it. They're not going to give it to them.
Look, I know the Heat annoy me, and I talk shit about them. Same way I talk shit about Kyle Lowry. But if they were my team, I would like them.
I'd respect them because
if they were your team, they're just a bunch of hard workers.
They play as hard as I wish the Boston Celtics would.
Yeah,
and they do it all the time, which is why they're here. Because
as hard and as smart.
You could argue all 3 teams that they faced in the playoffs, they had less talent. You could argue that. Yeah. You could argue that. All 3 teams they faced to get here had more talent. They outplayed 3 more talent. You could make that argument.
Milwaukee,
New York, and Boston.
New York and Boston.
I'm saying you can make that
I think
argument.
so.
Yeah. So, and they're here. So that says a lot about who they are, their character, their coaching staff. So Pat Riley's that dude. I'm not surprised that a Pat Riley team is doing this. That's his MO ever since the Celtics kicked their teeth in '84. He changed his mindset after that series. He says that to this day. The '84 finals changed my mindset about things, which is ironic because when he played for the Lakers, the Celtics were putting their foot up his ass then too. So it took you this long to figure this out? That tough is going to beat finesse and all this other shit. And your team
also, when he went to New York, he got his ass handed to him by Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he did.
Every year.
Yeah, he did. But he didn't have Magic Johnson or Kareem to fight him.
Right.
And
Patrick Ewing and a bunch of guys.
Patrick Ewing is an all-time great player, but he was alone.
Right. It was Patrick Ewing and a bunch of guys.
A bunch of anybody's and somebody's.
And some of those guys played really good, but they were still just guys.
They were just guys. They were a lot like this Miami team in terms of talent.
Yeah.
They were.
Dude, I really like Gabe Vincent's game.
Yeah, he was.
He's good.
He was good for 3 series, and I don't know what happened to him in this one. Well, I do. Denver's actually doing what they're supposed to.
Man, he's playing against Jamal Murray.
They're running him off the 3-point line and not letting him get comfortable. Whenever the Celtics did it, they won.
The thing is, they're so big. Like
Denver is very big.
Murray's big.
Yeah, he's 6'7".
I mean, compared to.
Oh, Lowry hit that? Yep. Fucking that fat little shit. Can't stand him. Kyle Lowry.
Dude, he's hanging around,
he's
man.
Hanging around.
Having a pretty good career.
He will not go quietly into that.
That's
good
right.
night.
How old is he?
36. 36, 37, somewhere in there.
Damn.
He's got a ring from Toronto. Of course, the team they beat was disgustingly banged up. So beat you. But anyway, we were going to say.
I was going to ask you something.
Oh, go ahead.
Can we transition to football?
In a second. There was still something I wanted to add.
Oh, okay. My bad.
What I wanted to say was that the question came up tonight in the pregame. Actually, it's been coming up all day, really, about this Denver team and does it have staying power? Is this the start of a dynasty and all of this shit? Here's what I will tell you, because it's way too soon to say with the D. They haven't won this thing. They're losing right now. If they do go on and win this championship, one championship doesn't even. No, you got to win 2 and 4 or 5 years to start talking D word.
D word.
Dynasty.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
I was flicking off his iPad that will not
play the
game.
Yeah, it's kicking us out all of a sudden. And I don't know why. There it is. Let it roll up. But anyway, and look, Marcus Spears lost his mind on this, and I get why. Because you don't know what's going to happen. Look, these guys are all under contract next year. They're all coming back.
Marcus Spears.
Yeah, it was a round table on Get Up, and he was on there. And they were talking about dynasties.
He was talking basketball?
Yeah, he was.
The big swag guy?
Big swag. He knows more than Perk already. Well, you're not saying a lot because Perk's a dumbass. But anyway.
Marcus Spears is funny.
I love Marcus Spears, the big swagoo. You need new security? Did you see the golf thing last night where the guy in the 18th hole hit that shot to win it and he came up and the guy ran off and the security guy took him out? Yeah. They put Marcus Spears on. Marcus, what do you think of that? He's, guys, are we talking about security? Here's a place that don't need new security. Look at the 4 move the head drive through wrap up. Like, that was a team that does not need new security. He goes, no, but you need new security. And you see how he went around the guy and the alcohol's flying everywhere? He didn't even taste the guy out.
He thought some fan was running out there.
He thought it was a golfer. It's a pro golfer. It was a friend of the guy. He fucking takes him.
The funny thing is, you can see the guy who won watching it, and he doesn't say anything.
I know.
He goes to hug somebody.
He's kind of like, what the
hell? He literally looks.
I think he's kind of in shock.
Maybe he didn't realize it was his friend.
Well, he couldn't see him because his feet were in the air. From the shoulder into the. I tell you what, it was a good form tackle. I mean, he got low. He did turn the head. I mean, everything Marcus Spears technically was right. It's a technically sound tackle. And then the rules. You get the shoulder in the stomach, pull up, and drive. And literally, that's what he did. He had him on the ground in 2 steps, on the ground, roll over. Like, yeah. I was like, dude, that's a fundamental. And that's when Marcus Spears was like, they don't need no security. That boy there, he's good. Oh, it was awesome. But then they went back to, is this Denver team the makings of a dynasty? Because they were talking about, what's LeBron going to do? What's Steph going to do? What's KD going to do? What's if you're Luka in Dallas and you're looking at this guy, we have enough to overtake that? Like all this shit. And Marcus Spears just said, look, they haven't won anything yet. This is their first time in the finals. Doesn't mean that they don't go on. And, you know, the dude, Hillard, whatever his name is, he's on the morning football show on the NFL Network. Brought up a stat about the last 4 teams that went one loss in the conference finals and finals went on to be dynasties. So the last 4 that he picked out. So I'm like, all right, well, okay, there's some validity there, but well, it was the Warriors, the Spurs, the
What do you
Lakers.
mean one loss?
They won 4-1 in the conference finals, and they went 4-1 in the finals the first time. What do those teams end up doing? They ended up becoming dynasties, all of them. The last 4 that did this. Yeah. So, okay. But they haven't won anything yet. We don't know if it's 4-1 yet. It's gotta actually get to 4-1 before you can talk about 4-1. And that's what Marcus Spears was saying. He's like, what if they lose tonight? Then what do you say? But Miami's been in this situation before. Mm-hmm. So what if they lose tonight? Is it far-fetched to think Miami couldn't steal another game on the road? They took game 2 and forced us back to Miami. Maybe Denver closes it out there. But I mean, is it far-fetched to think Miami could steal a game given they've done this a couple of times already? No, not at all. And Denver has never been this to here. They don't know what it's like to be up 3-1 and everybody's singing your praise. And the coach is saying all the right shit.
I don't think the difference of Denver being a dynasty is whether they win tonight or whether they win the next game.
I think it's too early.
It has to do with what happens in the offseason and what they do going into next year.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, that's a whole – there's a lot of what ifs there.
Right, like if they won tonight and won the championship, or they lost tonight and won it in Miami in Game 6, wouldn't you still feel the same way about this team? Like headed into next season?
I think did they lose a game? They lost a game to the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round. Right? They won that game. Then they
played Memphis?
Yeah, in the first round.
I thought the Lakers did.
I'm sorry, yeah, Lakers. The Denver lost a game in the first round, didn't they?
Who did they play in the first round? I think they swept. No?
I thought they swept the second round. And they swept L.A.
Who the hell did Denver play in the first round?
I don't remember. They were the one.
Who's at the
they
bottom?
Were the
ones
who won the play-in. It was. They didn't play the Lakers. The Lakers
wasn't. Yeah, the Lakers were 7.
7.
Who the hell was 8?
Oh, Minnesota. Was it Minnesota?
Who did Minnesota play?
I think.
Maybe Minnesota did win a game.
I don't know. I thought they dropped 1 somewhere before the. I hate that. I hate that, America. If I go to playoffs,
I hate that.
If it ever pulls up. We're also talking, we're going to have a new Izzoisms. Once a week. We're going to get an Izzoism from Tom, because he seems to do his best work when he's trying to make up shit. And
tonight's Izzoism?
When he shoots from the hip.
Tabooism.
Which
is the ism of what is and is not taboo. Tabooism.
And taboo, for those of you at home, what does taboo itself mean?
Well, taboo means, not accepted by the majority, controversial, abnormal, fringe. It's stuff. Oh, what you want to know how much I make for a living? That's taboo. That's taboo. You want to have a conversation about money and like how you budget? Nah, dog. That's taboo. We don't do that around here.
A social or religious custom prohibiting or forbidding discussion of a particular practice or forbidding association with a particular person, place, or thing. Mm-hmm. Many taboos have developed around physical exposure.
Yeah. Exposing yourself in public, taboo. Keep your clothes on.
That's not what that meant, but all right.
Exposing yourself. Didn't they say exposing yourself?
No, it was exposure. Many tattoos have developed around physical exposure. Tattoos.
Taboos.
Have
Around physical
have
exposure.
developed around physical exposure.
Right. Exposing yourself.
Is that what that means?
I think so. What else would physical exposure mean?
I don't know.
Keep reading.
The first part was a social or religious custom prohibiting. Well, that's the first part.
Right. Taboo means it's off limits. It's against normal socio norms and mores.
Sex was a taboo subject.
Right. It still is for some people.
Yeah.
So
What does being taboo mean? Something that is not acceptable to say, mention, or do. There you have it.
So we were talking about
Tabooisms.
the tabooism
Yes.
of
What determines...
marijuana versus alcohol.
Yeah.
So while marijuana has made a ton of headway, it's been decriminalized in a lot of areas, it's been legalized in a lot of areas, it's still taboo for a lot of people.
They're using it in hospitals to help people.
Yeah, that's true too.
I've often said to the hypocrites of the world, and you know who you are because there's a lot of you, wake me up when somebody's family member gets strapped into a bottle of Jack Daniels in the hospital. Wake me up when that happens. When they start doing, or they start taking things and giving you medication in the form of, let me know when that happens.
An IV of Jameson.
An IV of Jameson. Yeah, just let me know. A tequila.
Could I get a Patron IV? Yeah. I think I'm feeling a little dehydrated.
Wait. He's got a temperature. Quick! Get the tequila.
Get the rum!
Get the captain, quick! Hurry up, I'll look at the...
I need a White Russian stat!
Doctor, we have no time, quick. White Russian or Sex on the Beach? The doctor's like, well, you need a White Russian, but then this is... Doctor, we have no time! Sex on the Beach, screw it. Like, hook him up.
You brought Pinnacle to a surgery! Go get me Grey Goose, you incompetent cow! Get the Casamigos, you cheap son of a bitch! We're delivering kids today!
You moronic mule, you incompetent cow.
You sorry sack of shit. Bring me the maker's mark. I need to sterilize.
You know where I keep my special stash. I gave you a key. Go get it. Christ, you moron. Anyway,
the point is not taboo. If we were standing here, sitting here,
and this was a Budweiser,
it was a
and
Budweiser.
That was a gin and tonic or whatever.
Well, if that was Budweiser, it would be controversial for some people.
That's true.
Because now Bud can turn you gay.
That's right. What?
You haven't heard that?
No.
Oh.
What?
You didn't know if you drink Bud Light, you could turn gay? A lot of people are up in arms because Bud Light, there was an ad for Bud Light, I think, when a trans person was like doing a live, okay, like on TikTok or some shit. I'm a little inaccurate here. So, because Bud Light advertised on a trans show, this person's a transgender man, I think.
Identifies as a male?
I think so, yeah. Mm-hmm. Or not, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a transgender woman. So, was a man, is transitioned into being a woman. I think. I can't remember. Anyway, there was a Bud Light ad in this person's video. So, a bunch of people went off. Kid Rock.
Kid Cock.
Kid, I built my empire on hip-hop and then went and became some country fuck. What the hell is going on with Kid Rock?
Kid Cock Knocker.
He was like a DJ from Detroit. Now he's calling himself Papa and shooting up Bud Light cans.
He's one
so after this happened, he put a bunch of Bud Lights on a table and had like a semi-automatic machine gun and blew them all up.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
And this is after, I'm pretty sure wasn't there a situation with like a trans person getting a semi-automatic weapon and going on a spree? Didn't that happen?
Not
recently.
the last one, right?
It was a recent one, I thought.
Not the last one. The last one was a girl. Maybe it was one. No. Maybe it was her.
Either way, though, when there's been mass shootings with automatic weapons, and it's typically been related to some sort of bigotry.
A lot of them been white people.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of these
You know,
criminals are
with
white.
some sort of like
Yeah.
hate against black people
Whoever.
or gay people.
Yeah.
Like, remember the club?
Yep.
That guy shot up the gay club?
Yep.
You know, so Bud Light has this trans person in, you know, does an ad or some shit, and you think it's appropriate to take a semi-automatic weapon and shoot up Bud Light cans. Like, that doesn't have symbolism. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's not. Whoever
What
was,
is wrong with
whoever
you?
was in charge of that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's missing the boat.
I mean, what a
You're
douchebag.
asleep at the wheel, or you're a major league douchebag.
Yeah, you are awful
You're either
person.
incredibly stupid, or you're just
Awful person.
awful human being.
You know what I'm saying? If you're really trying to symbolize that,
Yeah, that's not.
that's terrible. And,
That's not the marketing angle I want to
oh my
take with that.
God. You know, so that's why, like, you know, there's a big sect of the population that now hates Bud Light because they're Bud Light's pro LGBTQ. You know, everybody's like mad that pride is everywhere. And it's like, what are you so mad about?
Look,
My
this
God.
country. Remember, it was 78 million to 75 million. 75 million morons voted for that fucking lying sack of shit.
Lion sack of dog
The
shit.
definition of liar. Donald Trump. If they you look up, there's a picture of that motherfucker. Are you kidding me? And I'm not a Democrat, but I'm just saying that, and all politicians lie. This motherfucker, it's an art form. It's unfucking. They did a. I forget
It's
who.
just so obvious.
They. The thing is, they had a.
It wasn't even artistic, dude. He would just blatantly say
They had a stat. I forget who it was, but
how many lies in each.
well, politicians on average lie 51% of the time. Donald Trump, 91. 91. Like the average, regardless of what side of the aisle you sit on, is 51%. Okay? Donald Trump, 91.
Yeah.
90 fucking one.
Yeah, I think you know what I think the
That's-
difference is.
That's how stupid America is.
But here's the difference. Like, I think I'm not
You
going to say
don't gotta-
most people on the left side. Like, if you told me Joe Biden was a liar, I would be like, yeah, he's a politician.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to a conservative who's a Trump lover and you say Donald Trump is a liar,
I don't believe it.
no way.
No way. 100%.
It's like, what are you talking about?
100%.
He's in the same game.
He
They're
is.
all in the same game.
There are pictures of him at steak dinners sitting at the same table with Hillary Rodham Clinton, and she's
Of
hugging.
course.
He's giving her a hug and a kiss, and they're laughing like they've known each other for centuries.
Because they do.
And then they're at the podium at each other's throats. And you dumb motherfuckers think that this isn't an act. I've been saying this forever. It's why I've never voted. It's why I laugh. See, Democrats and
I
Republicans.
still hate that you don't vote.
Why? I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but I still wish you would vote.
I'm not voting. I don't agree with either side. Neither one of these people represents me. Okay, me wants to work with everybody. Me wants to get everybody involved. Me is about the good of the American people, not how do I line the other 1% with a little more money and some kickbacks.
I understand, but
I'm
I
not
feel
voting
like-
for that.
But I feel like
either
there's
side,
one
they're-
side that's taking rights from people, and yes, the other side is not good, but it's better than that one. That's my only want for you to vote.
That is why this continues to happen.
I disagree.
Because as long as there are people who say, "Well, this side's better than that," it's gonna. That's what they want you to think.
Okay, so no, let me explain. Republicans gained power. Okay, changed 2 judges on the Supreme Court.
Yep.
Okay, now abortion laws are blurry at best.
Blurry.
Blurry at best.
Yep.
Potentially, charging women with a crime if they got an abortion.
Yeah, which is utterly ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Utterly ridiculous.
Okay. That's the type of, gun control. Seems like neither side wants it, but the right, man, they despise it. They don't give a fuck about anybody else. They don't care if people are dying.
Kids.
They're aligning with the gun
Little
lobbies.
fucking kids.
So, RJ, that's my only point is that, look, I know the left is not a good option, okay? But the other option, they're actually really hurting the country.
My one vote isn't going to do a
No,
fucking
I agree.
thing.
I totally agree with you.
So it
But
doesn't matter either way.
But here's
I
my
don't,
thing.
I'm not endorsing
There's
it.
a lot of people who say what you're saying.
This system needs an overhaul.
And of course.
And you keep voting for it, the overhaul is never going to happen. It's never going to fucking happen.
Okay.
And that's what they
Look,
want.
you might be right in a sense, but what would happen if nobody voted?
Then the government couldn't pass any laws. They couldn't inflict any of this bullshit. We can say, because by the way,
Yes, they could.
Because by the way, if you study your history,
They're still in charge of the military and the Congress. They're
I
still
got
in
news for you.
charge.
Here's the thing: if you no longer endorse this government, remember who the military is made up of? The American citizen. They're not going to turn the gun on their own parents or their kids. They're not going to do that. They're not going to fucking do that. No fucking way.
I mean, they
Not
don't
for
need
this
to
bullshit.
do that.
They would never do it. If this country just went, you know what, fuck you, you're all out, we're starting over. God, the fucking military couldn't stop it. Guarantee you,
Okay.
couldn't stop it. Wouldn't stop it.
Dude, do you understand the military could just bomb the shit out of people?
Yeah, because the government's. I know why that's happening. I'm just saying they won't turn the gun on their own. They won't.
Their own won't be the people that are coming after them.
They're coming after the government, not the military. Not the military. The military doesn't inflict this stuff. The military is there as the government's muscle. The government's the one passing all this shit, not the military. Trust me on that.
It's all the same.
No, it's what these guys believe is that when the government
The
sends them over
leadership
there
in
to
the
fight
military
for a
is-
cause, it's always for freedom, for American freedom. That's not
But the
always true.
leadership in the military, you can't act like they're just.
I'm saying they're not,
Hands off.
but they're not sitting in Congress making these decisions or passing.
The
They're
generals?
out defending the country. They're out trying to keep Russia and China.
Generals are involved.
Generals don't pass laws. They don't recommend. They don't do that. They're all about national security. That's what they're all about. My point is this, okay? And again, whatever side of the aisle you sit on, Donald Trump is the biggest fucking liar in the history of American politics.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And
just vote so motherfuckers like that don't get in. Because I think there was a bunch
He
of.
lost.
I'm talking about the first time. His 4 years fucked us up.
If Hillary Clinton had just shut her, oh my God,
Dude, she didn't know. It wasn't that, dude. People, look, everybody went, I'm not voting for her. She's the worst thing you've ever seen. It's like, give me a fucking break. Do you know the disgusting pieces of shit who have been in the White House? And then Hillary Clinton comes up and people think it's like, oh my God, I could just never vote for her. But I'm not voting for him either.
Until both sides of
We'd
the
be
aisle
better off if she won.
are willing to understand. I'm talking about the constituents here, not the people that they vote in. Are to wake up and realize that they're both getting told the same story, and it's what's keeping them divided. Nothing's ever going to change. Nothing's ever going to change. And I know I'm not going to see it in my lifetime because I get why people don't want to upset the apple cart if they're getting their 2.5 cars and their 2.5 kids and their White House with a wicked little white picket fence, and that's all they want in life. And they got it, so they're not going to rock the boat, which is the majority of Americans. So that's the problem. That's a fundamental problem. My vote ain't changing that.
Is that privilege, basically? So
I think a lot of it is.
because it's like anybody who's privileged enough to have a good life in this system is scared of the potential of
Everyone's afraid
what if
of
this
change.
system was gone?
Everyone's afraid of change because they
Would
got
my
what they
life
want.
be
Yeah.
as good as it is now?
That's the whole point, right there. They're like, why do I want to change this?
They
I
don't
got
think,
what I
yeah,
want.
but there's some people that just have nothing. And it's uneven,
It's uneven.
but not too many people go,
It's uneven.
well, you're not living good, but I'm kind of living good. Why would I want
Have
to?
you ever noticed how whenever there's a defense budget that needs to get passed, regardless of the number, somehow it goes through? But the second we have something in this country whether to improve the lives of the people, oh, it's not in the budget. That's a fucking fact.
Military spending is ridiculous.
Well, listen, I understand. It doesn't matter what that number is. Okay, and I try to explain this to Morgan. We own the mint. They call it a blank check, boys and girls. When you need something, they just go hit the button, boom.
Yeah, but that's also
And
why
what
our
if-
dollar isn't valuable anymore.
They're not. China's can't even take care of their own people. For all things they're trying to do, they're home. They're getting fucking screwed.
Who?
The Chinese. They're the ones that are trying to threaten to take over the world economy. And the problem is they can't take care of their own. So all these things they're trying to do externally, they're sucking them dry. They're not.
Well, it's a communistic society, so
Yeah.
they don't treat their people good.
And that's why it's destined to fail.
There's plenty of people in America that aren't treated good.
Yeah, I know. But that's because, well, the politicians, we keep voting the same fucking two parties back into office. Which is why I'm not voting. Because I'm not voting either one of them
I'm
in
not trying to
office.
change your mind. I was just saying.
I'm just saying, I apologize for the political range, which I stay off. It's all my fault. I wore the most political motherfucker out there.
Well, we were talking about taboo.
You know, you see that? You know that picture with George Washington and Jess Piccoli in it together? Yeah, it doesn't fucking exist. Okay, the bottom line
We're talking tabooisms. One of the biggest tabooism
is
politics.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah. We've become a very...
So it's a weird thing because...
Everybody's so sensitive.
It is true.
The sensitive.
Well, it's because... No, you know what it is? It's like identities are starting to be tied to politics in a way that feels different. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't... I don't think Republican or Democrat was like the first or second thing about a person you thought about, like, ever. But now, if like somebody's like a raging Republican, you're gonna know that about them first.
The problem with Donald Trump.
Or if somebody is a super liberal Democrat.
Here's the problem with Donald Trump. It's not even that it's a Republican. He's the first president in my lifetime that made it openly okay to be racist. That is his the big one.
His calling card.
That's his calling card.
And that's what got him elected, sadly.
That's the thing.
Sadly, that's what got him elected.
He would not denounce the KKK.
Pathetic.
That is every politician
Pathetic.
knows there's one thing you don't do: endorse racism of any kind, because you're sitting in the big chair. You can't do that. This country's supposed to be a melting pot for the world. The fucking leader of the free world can't fucking be fucking condoning racism of any kind.
Although it happened a lot in the history of the United States.
Of course it did, but this didn't go in
Not this
front.
age.
Not like this. Not in front of the whole world on
I'm
camera.
just talking about like segregation used to be lost.
No, of course it was. But I mean, no,
So-
it used to be. Yeah,
Jim Crow was part of the law.
this is evolution. Where you came from, everybody had slaves. It was terrible. It was wrong everywhere. But at the time, that's the way things were.
No, but I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm saying, as a president, you can't endorse racism. However,
No.
many a president have.
Yeah, but they didn't do it on TV. The whole world hears it now in
Well,
2
I'm
seconds.
saying at one time there was laws that enforced racism.
Yeah,
So therefore, they did do it on TV.
but that was the law. They weren't technically breaking the law.
We're
I'm not
talking
saying it was right.
We're not talking about breaking the law. We're talking about endorsing racism.
I
I'm
know.
just saying
Yeah.
it's been endorsed by many a president.
Yeah, in the past. That's changed. Now it's not. No. Now it's taboo.
No.
Now it's taboo.
Yeah.
Okay?
Tabooism.
And Fuckstick McKittrick over there is seriously going, well, there's good and bad on both sides. Are you fucking kidding me?
What a loser.
That is the worst statement I've ever heard a politician make. And that's saying a lot. That is saying a lot.
Jimmy Buckets just got fouled on a three-pointer.
Yeah.
Nuggets challenged and lost.
Oh, man. So now
Jimmy's
he gets
going to make all three.
Right now, we're supposed to be talking about basketball.
Next,
It is
you
a
know he's
Donnie.
gonna make
There is 3:21 to go in the fourth. Denver is now up 86-84. Buckets is at the line with a chance to tie it after getting fouled on
Third
three.
free throw. Here it
Third
comes.
free throw. See what happens here. If he does, he gets to one.
Yeah.
Donnie. The Donnie in the break.
Nuggets challenged and lost. Lost the timeout.
Yep. That's not good either. He makes it. We've got an 86-85 game. Why can't we get this on?
God, we need to watch it.
I know. It's terrible.
Should we go in and watch it?
Wait a minute.
Is anybody up?
I don't think so. Hold on. Let me see. Let me try one more time.
Hulu, as they call it in the South.
A huish blue.
Hulu.
Huish blue.
that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
You sure?
So you clicked on a town hall.
I did.
I think so.
Oh my God.
Yeah. A political town hall,
That was
folks.
not what I meant to do, boys and girls.
What a bumbling boob.
Bumbling boob. You bumbling. What does that say?
Scroll
Oh,
up.
oh, wait a
Scroll
minute.
up.
What happened? Where'd it go? Wait, sports.
Scroll over here. Oh, okay. Wait. Sports. Fuck. NBA. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, watch live. What the tits, boys and girls? What the tits?
1 point
Speaking
game.
of taboo, is tits taboo?
Tits?
Tits taboo? Is
Yeah.
that taboo tits?
Yeah, that's taboo.
Taboo. Taboo on those tits.
Whew. Miami just took the lead.
Oh, my God.
2:42 left.
What the hell, Denver?
What did it say? 8-0 run the last
8-0 run by the
125?
Heat. So they were up 7, and then Miami went on an 8-0 run. So Miami's not quitting. Don't
gonna
shoot
be
a
a good
three.
finish.
It's going to be a good finish, boys and girls.
finish.
So Jokic, top of the key, 7 to go on the
Jokic
shot
and
clock.
Murray.
He went to the rim, and he did what Jokic does.
Easy.
Yep. That's a very large man moving swiftly. Swiftly in the paint.
By the time he got to the hoop, they collapsed on him, but he's too tall.
He's too tall. He's got a finger roll.
He just lays it right
Or in
in.
his case, a jelly roll. But anyway.
And he can finish with soft touch
He's
while
got touch.
getting like
He's got both
while
hands.
taking a lot of contact.
He's got great touch with both hands. That's buckets. Oh, that was.
That's a big miss. Oh,
Oh my God! They didn't rebound.
he's going to the hole now.
Wow.
That's a smart play
Yeah, it was. Go to the basket.
because his shot is not.
Wow.
I want to see when. So after Denver got the rebound, Miami popped it out of somebody's hand. I wonder if that was a foul. But you got to hold the ball hard. Oh no, it was kind of a loose ball. Gordon didn't get it with two.
Was the
hands.
foul on Jokic there? It must have been because Joe Gordon came in from the baseline.
Yeah.
This damn thing keeps fucking up, boys and girls. It's killing us.
Oh man, this is a good game. We should go inside and watch.
We're going to go inside. I'm going to call it a night. We'll be back probably Wednesday night. Patriots.
Why did we say we were going to do something tomorrow night?
If the sixth inning laser show.
Oh, that's
If
right.
Scherzer's
That's
pitching
right.
the sixth
All
inning.
right. Well, tentative tomorrow.
The sixth inning laser show. You got to see the sixth inning laser show they put on.
We're going to call it a tentative Tuesday. Tentative Tuesday.
a tentative Tuesday.
Tentative Tuesday tomorrow.
With the potential of a sixth inning
If
laser
there's
show.
a laser show-
in Queens. They have this laser show in Queens every couple of weeks. It's usually 6 days of
You can see it all the way down the East Coast. If you go to Washington, D.C., stand at the monument. Look due north. It's Laser Show Central.
No, the Red Sox are not pitching. It's something.
It's Max Scherzer in the sixth inning.
Scherzer. It's Max Scherzer in the sixth inning special.
Oh, good
my
D.
God! Is that a
Call
jump ball or
Call
foul? He kind of was that Lowry? It was Lowry deserves 2 fouls.
He deserves an intentional.
deserves
Two
a-
shots in the
A
ball.
flagrant. It is Lowry. Look, he's hacking the shit out of him. Yeah, he hacked
Oh,
him
my
twice.
God. Oh, he's pulling him.
Yeah, he pulls him by the shirt. Larry's a dirty motherfucker. I swear to God. I can't stand him. I detest him. Fucking Kyle Lowry. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Fall away. Oh,
What a Who was that?
wow.
That was a cagey
I don't know if
rebound.
that was Bruce Brown, I think.
That was a gritty, cagey rebound. We're going to wait for the timeout
Big time.
and then go in, I think. If they're going to let it play out, we'll see if Spoelstra lets him run it down.
Looks like he's, no timeout.
Yeah, he's going to run it down. They're going to get the Jokic switch.
Why'd he go that way?
I don't know, but he found the guy in the corner. That's a big shot.
Brick.
Oh,
That's
man.
big.
Kick. 1:11 to go. Denver by 1. Strauss had it. Golden.
Strauss had a 3, but I didn't like it.
That was a great put. Whoever the hell that was.
That's Bruce Brown.
Yeah. See, they got guys like that, Denver, too. They have lunch pail guys that just do the little things. Let's see. They got the ball. 1:11 to go in a 1-point game. 90-89 Denver. So,
Yeah, Miami doesn't have to panic here.
No, they don't. One stop. You're fine. Denver's got to go to the basket.
Even if they don't get a stop, they might be within one possession.
Go to the basket. Just don't settle, Denver. Oh, no.
Two-man game.
Oh,
Two-man game.
Jokic, 4 to shoot. 4 to shoot. It didn't go
wow.
in. I thought that went in.
2 tips at it.
Wow. 44
2 tip
seconds.
rebounds.
Here comes Miami.
Spoelstra's letting him play.
Let him play. Lowry's got the ball. They're going to call a foul because Lowry's got the ball.
Buckets.
Let's give it to Buckets. Buckets
10
on.
seconds.
Oh, shit.
He's
Jordan.
going to the hole.
Buckets.
Oh, he
Buckets.
got stuck.
Traveled.
Oh, he threw it away.
Not Jordan. Not Jordan.
Threw it away.
That was a Jaylen Brown.
Why didn't he just go
He
up?
pulled a J.V. Brown, boys and girls. That was J.V. Brown special.
Would have been better to just go
Just
up
to
with
shoot
that
it.
first initial shot.
He's no MJ.
I'm going to see what happened to him. He saw Jokic.
He's a J.V. Brown, though.
Ah, he should have went up.
Right? He almost traveled there.
Yeah.
He threw it. Oh, my God. What a bumbling boob. That's called... Right there, he shit himself. He pooped himself.
Boop, boop, boop,
Poop,
boop,
doop,
boop,
doop,
boop,
doop. You poop, I poop, we poop.
Well, even if he hits both of
It's
these,
one
it's a
possession. This
three-point
guy
game.
doesn't known for his free throws.
Caldwell Pope.
Yeah. Ooh, ice water.
That looked very nice.
That looked true.
That was
It
nylon.
looked true, boys and girls. True. Anyway, 24 seconds left.
That's a big free
if
throw.
he hits this one, Caldwell Pope, it's a 3-point game. He is 9 for 12 in the
Contagious.
series, 75%. That was
that's a
his
pretty
first free
strong
throw tonight.
Strong name.
Yep, Caldwell Pope.
Contavious Caldwell Pope.
Oh,
Contavious Caldwell Pope sounds like a historic person.
sounds like a Roman.
It was Contavious Caldwell Pope who did it. He led 1,000 men into battle. Contavious Caldwell Pope.
That's not what happened.
Doesn't it? I mean, it sounds like it's a very...
He stole booze from the bar, ran off into the night with 8 of his subordinates, carrying them over his backs. No torches! To leave no trace of their tracks. Contavious Caldwell Pope.
Man of 1,000
The
mysteries.
first of many bootleggers and gamblers to come. The patriarch, if you will.
Contavious Caldwell
Patriarch.
Pope.
The patriarch.
Conquering dynasties, 2 at a time.
His statue is still marked.
Contavious Caldwell Pope. The man's a damn
The
titan.
man's on one leg with a barrel over his
Man is a
shoulder,
that is a name.
pointing down from the heavens.
That's a titan.
Contavious Caldwell.
Contavious Caldwell Pope was a titan. God amongst men.
He's got a star in the sky.
KCP. You know Orion?
Look! That belt over there, it's Contavious Caldwell
That's
Pope.
not Orion's belt.
No.
That's Contavious's belt.
Yes. No, it's his barrel. It's
Double the
It's a
size.
barrel. See that barrel near the moon? That is the Contavious
Well,
Caldwell
Contavious
Pope.
hit both his free throws.
The Contavious Caldwell Pope
3-point
constellation.
game. What is there, 24 seconds left?
24 seconds. All the losers are in the house. Peyton, Russell Wilson, this schlep over here.
Who is that?
I don't know. Some loser. Some guy's never won anything.
Jokic family.
Yep.
Where is big dudes? Where is brothers? I don't see
They're
them.
in the back, I think. Here we go. This is it, boys and girls. And
Yeah.
hopefully the clear picture remains.
I know, dude.
Since I
Imagine
said
if it locks up on
Don't
us.
do that.
I have a feeling Miami's going to brick this.
What the hell? They've been bricking shit the
I
whole
mean, they've been
series.
fucking...
Brick City,
It's
USA.
been like a tin cup out there.
Hey, you been to Brick City Beach down there?
Oh, God. Oh, God. They're Poopsville.
Oh, there it is.
Poopsville.
Brick, you called it.
Poopsville. Did you see that
Yep,
shot?
That was a terrible.
Was that Jimmy?
That was Jimmy Buckets.
What happened?
Jimmy poop poop poop.
2 possessions in a row. Miami looked so bad offensively.
Jimmy Diaper Rash Butler with another.
Look
Oh,
at this. He almost turns it over here.
never trust a fart.
Then he does a fall away shot with 13 seconds left.
That was not. He's no Larry Bird, boys and girls.
What is he doing?
Choking. What'd you call it?
I don't understand. The guy's been clutch all the way here. And now he needs the hemlock?
Got no rings for a reason.
Got no rings.
Oh yes, that was the last 2 plays by Jimmy Butler. Horrendous.
Man,
Horrendous.
it's strange. I wonder what happened to him.
Poop. I can smell it, can't you?
He's just not the type to poop.
Oh, he pooped tonight. They are up 5. Denver can smell it and
Nail
know
in the coffin.
that is Butler's diaper. They can smell it now.
That's the shit running to the back.
That's
of Mr.
whenever you hear a
Butler's
team
leg.
say, "Oh, they can smell it now," or that's the other
Somebody
team.
shit
That's the
their
other team
pants.
crapping themselves. They can smell it now.
Ah,
I always wondered what that meant. Aha!
that's Butler's.
You gotta admit, you smell that? Yeah, it smells like the team is about to
That
lose.
was good. That was good. He's like, what? You can smell it now.
can smell it
Butler's
now.
diaper.
Butler's diaper. There it is. Fresh.
Breathe in, Jokic. Smell
Fresh.
it all.
Fresh and steamy. Oh,
Breathe in, Nuggets. Smell it all.
block thy nose.
I don't think there's a Denver Nuggets you're smelling. That's what we call shit nuggets. Those are shit nuggets.
I didn't know they had butt nuggets on the menu tonight. I didn't know. The side dish. The side of butt nuggets. Brought to you from Fresh.
Could you spare a butt
Fresh
nugget?
from South Beach.
Excuse me, could you spare a butt nugget?
Yes. They had them in the microwave and Butler's ass.
Actually, waft that a little more. Waft that. That reminds me of butt nuggets.
A butt nugget.
It reminds me
It's a
of
bloody butt nugget.
It's a butt nugget.
Oh, crap themselves on the eat there, man.
Oh, man.
Couldn't have been that Jimmy fella, could it? Oh,
it was
the final clang.
Is that a butt nugget? I hear you.
That's it. They gave up. Miami finally gave up.
Damn.
Denver in 5.
Beaten into submission.
We called it. Right here, the dynamic duos. There it is. Yep, we know. Yep.
Who's crying?
His wife. 8 years. He was drafted 41st pick in the draft. 41. Ring a bell? Sound like 199? 41. Now the best player in the world. And fittingly.
And he was drafted.
41.
No, but how many years ago?
8.
Damn, I did not realize he's been in the league.
His
that long.
ascension has been gradual. He came out young. He's like 26 or whatever, 27. The Denver
Murray's
Nuggets,
crying.
congratulations, their first NBA title.
You want me to clap too?
I call it clap, yes. Well done, well done, well done, yes.
Bravo.
Bravo, yes. Denver, hey, a 1 seed, playing like it. How about that, boys and girls?
Novel idea.
What a concept. Don't underestimate your opponent. Are we taking notes, Boston Celtics? Probably not. You're probably all sitting on some beach with palm trees. You freaking hand up your ass.
So, while many thought it would be Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton
Against
or Chris Paul winning a championship this year, it was actually Jamal Murray,
or
Michael Porter
LeBron
Jr.,
James
and
returning,
Jokic.
Golden State repeating, Boston finally unfinished business.
Well, I thought Lakers always felt like a long shot because of their seeding.
Well, they never got. They were banged up all year.
Yeah.
So, but
Miami was obviously.
Miami was
big
banged up a
long
lot
shot.
of the year too. But they were in the finals, conference finals last year, and it went 7 games in Boston. So.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So they were, like I said, I didn't believe they were an 8 or 7 seed. They were banged up. Again, Boston should have beaten them, but Denver did what Boston should have done. Denver's a champ.
I wonder how
Congratulations.
Miami's going to look next year. Like, what's going to change?
They're going to have to get some frontline talent.
Yeah.
They're going to have to. Look, 8 undrafted players is amazing in the NBA. When 3/4 of your roster is undrafted and you're in the finals, that's some serious coaching going on.
Player development,
Player development, everything. So
culture.
Yep. So, but if you look at
Character.
both, here's the great thing. This is why I always get on LeBron James. Both of these teams were built, basically. Were built, and that's what that's the best part about it. And Denver was built.
Yeah,
They
but
drafted Jokic. They drafted Murray.
Jimmy wasn't.
No, he came in, but the rest of the team is all Miami.
Yeah.
He's one guy. I'm not saying you don't bring in anybody, but that team is basically homegrown.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The Celtics are homegrown. Golden State was homegrown. So, I mean, these are the things about
Except
these
when
teams.
they had KD.
That was the one time, but they won 2 titles without him. So they were homegrown.
They won 2 with
They
him.
won, So they lost one with 73 wins. For crying out loud.
That was without.
Without him.
Right, yeah.
The next year they won 67 games, but they won the damn title. So, but they blew a 3-1 lead to LeBron. That was the only team that ever did it.
Jokic had 28 tonight.
28 and 16 on 12 of 16 shots.
Oof, that's a hell of a performance.
That's a best player in the world performance. Jason Tatum. Because for everything you are as a one-on-one player, he laps you as a team player. And really, this Denver team should be a message to the whole league. Homegrown, team-oriented, and superstars that value the team first. Look at that. I have news for you, boys and girls. This team isn't going anywhere.
As long as they pay everybody, right?
They're already in a contract for the next couple of years. They don't
Oh, yeah?
they don't got any major moves for 2 more years. So they don't worry about anybody. Denver's set
So
up.
they can just try to load up.
They can just
They probably
pick
don't
and
have
pluck,
picks, right? They
pick
probably
and
don't
no, but
have
they can,
picks.
but they can pluck. Free agents at the deadline. They can add pieces. The core is set. The core is set. So
The only thing I think
they're
that
not
could
getting
hurt
old.
them is health.
Well, that's what hurt him last year.
It seems like Murray's never.
He was healthy this year.
Well, and now
And
boom.
Porter Jr. was healthy this year.
Because I think Murray has been hurt a couple times towards the end of the season, hasn't he?
Porter Jr. has.
Porter Jr. has. They need all those guys.
They do. You need that. You can't
They
lose.
work in
You lose
unison.
one of your top 3 players. It's very difficult to win. Just is.
Murray's really freaking good.
He's amazing.
Did his brother pick him up?
Yeah, he did. He's a big man. Why not? You've earned it.
Dude, you better watch his back. It's a big fucking man.
The large man.
Jeff Green,
Yep, ex-Celtic. We drafted him.
ex-Georgetown Hoya.
Yep. He's a champion now.
He didn't win anything with Celtics?
No, he quit. He didn't want to be the number 1 guy. So they traded him.
No, he wasn't.
He was not number. He was the leading scorer. He was the number 1 guy, and they were a playoff team. But he never wanted to go there. He didn't want to be that dude. Now he's like this. He plays the 8th man, and he makes his money. No one bothers him, and now he's got a ring. But they drafted him to be that guy, and he wasn't that. He didn't want to be that guy. Because when someone hands you the keys to the car and you don't take it, you're not that competitive. You want to win, but you're like, I don't want to be that dude. No, I don't want the camera on me every time we lose. No.
I don't want the fucking
I don't want the heat because he understood the heat that comes with that, and that's how he looked at it.
Aaron Gordon emotional.
Yeah, he was the stud in Orlando. He decided not to be the guy either. He's here. He's 3rd fiddle. Look at them now. He's a champion. So
This kid from Kansas.
yeah, kudos to Denver. Yeah, this kid's a stud too. He's a freshman for first year. He won a national championship last year. Wins a 10 NBA title this year in his first fucking.
Kansas won last year?
Yep, he was the best player on the team. So, Denver. He's at the end of the Denver bench. This fucking kid. So yeah, kudos.
Right. So
Yeah.
as like Murray and guys like that get old now,
This
okay,
dude
maybe
is
he
young.
comes
He's only
into it.
20 years old.
Right,
That
so
kid's
give him a
like-
few years
Yeah,
back there.
playing behind him.
Right.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Anyway,
Is
yeah.
Murray point?
Huh?
Is Murray point or shooting?
Point.
Point.
He had game 5, game
No,
4.
that's when he had 30 and 10.
He had last game. He had 15 and 12, and he was only the 3rd point guard ever in the finals to have a double-digit assist, 0 turnovers. Last guy to do it was Magic Johnson.
That's fucking impressive.
That's impressive. 12 assists, no turnovers.
That's really impressive.
That's huge. If you're a point guard, that's as good as scoring 40 points, right there. It is 12 assists, no turnovers.
that's
That's
just
as good as scoring 40 points if you're a point guard. That's literally the
That
equivalent
is optimal efficiency.
of it. Yep, literally. And he had a bad shot, but he still had 15 points. Yeah. So if you think about it, 39 points from him and no turnovers. That's the dream scenario. That's your point guard's goal. Don't turn the ball over. Marcus Smart thinks he's fucking giving it away. Hey, have you had one yet? Hey, how about you over there? Hey,
Jaylen Brown might be worse.
He is worse.
Jeez.
The 2 of them. But that's
I got to use the bathroom.
Go ahead. Anyway, we're done for the night. We'll see you on maybe tomorrow for a laser show.
If
Not,
the Scherzer laser show makes an appearance, we may have to.
we may be running down here to set up the set. Quick, get those. Until then,
Hit record!
congratulations, Denver.
Congrats.
We'll see you outside. The redoubtable one going to take a piss. The highly questionable one pissing himself, laughing. See you on the other side. Stay loose.